Hey guys, Loco here with Wildturtle from Flyquest. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
So Turtle, you guys had a rather boring off season.
Yeah, I mean, it was subtle.
So there's teams getting players like Bang and AD Carry, Jensen in mid lane, while you guys got Viper and you guys got Pobelter from TL. Some people say you guys got the leftovers and people had you really low in the power rankings, myself included. What's one thing that FlyQuest can do to make sure they can compete with the top tier teams? Because obviously you guys are competing with Golden Guardians, who did get a lot of hype players.
Honestly, I just think the game's in a state where you can pretty much, like, regardless of your players, like, I'm pretty sure, like, every player is around the same skill level in terms of, like, mechanics. And the only thing to, like, separate yourself is, like, how good you are as a teammate, what you know, what you know about the game and, like, just playing well as a team. And I think for our team, that's kind of the mindset we've kind of always had. Like, I don't really care which players I play with. I just want them to play, like, a good teammate.
Who's someone from your team that you think is really underrated that people should keep a closer eye on?
I mean, I think all our players are pretty good. I think JJ in himself, like, he's improved, like, drastically. Like, last year was his rookie year, but, like, he's able to play with, like, the best players, like, now. And I think Lucas Santorin has obviously always been doing well in the jungle, and everyone always underrates him. But I think, like, overall, the team is pretty good.
Another reason why I kind of had you guys lower, and a lot of people did, is Saint was actually a really good coach. You guys brought you from like nowhere near close to playoffs to all the way up there. And then now with Saint gone, how is Inverted really filling that role for you guys?
Gabe is filling it very well. I mean, he's had a lot of coaching experience. He won the collegiate scene in when he was a collegiate coach, and he also won an academy as a coach as well. So he has experience, and I think right now it's obviously LCS and academy and a collegiate is obviously a whole different game, but he's been able to bring our team together pretty well so far. His drafting is good. His game knowledge is good as well. So I think even though Saint was a really good coach, Invert is good as well. That's a good way to put it.
So there's actually been some talks about how some roles are getting way too powerful, especially with support and jungle, and the current game state is kind of whack. And you've been an old school player. You've been playing since Season 1, Season 2. How do you feel about the current game state?
It's just different. I mean, anyone who played AD carry back in Season 2 or 3 definitely knows what it feels like to play an AD carry. So, yeah, it's just like a whole different game for me, I guess, because I played AD carry when there was most OP role. Literally just most OP role. So I think right now I just have to adapt to other roles being as strong as my role, or maybe even stronger than my role. So I think that's the only difference. I do think jungle and support are very strong. Yeah, they're very strong roles.
I mean, supports nowadays can 1v1 AD carry sometimes, especially when people play a lot of the off-meta supports. So speaking of off-meta supports, you guys actually pulled out the Ornn. Is that something you guys practice? How does Ornn support work?
Yeah, I think we saw Orange support from Lens in Korea, so he's the person we looked up to when we were checking out the pick. So it's not like it's like a pocket pick or anything, but I do think JJ's Orange is really good. So
Speaking of Korea, is that a region you guys watch a lot? I know some teams study Korea religiously. Something gets played in LCK, we play it. If something's not happening in LCK, we don't play it. Where do you guys get inspiration from drafts and how you guys practice?
I mean, we obviously watch all the other regions, but I do think like your team, like as a team nowadays in 2019, you want to just build your own identity as a team, and I think that's what we're aiming for right now. We just want to be our own team. Like when people think of these plays, we want to just think about like Flyquest is good at making these plays, and I think TSM is really a prime example of that right now. I think they're a very good team at like just team fighting right now, and that's something we can learn from.
So what is the FlyQuest identity? When I think FlyQuest, what should I be thinking of?
When you think Flyquest, you should be thinking we're gonna be up and coming. Up and coming. I really don't know our identity yet. We're still finding it. It's obviously only week 1 of LCS, and we are polishing a lot of our gameplay right now. So we can come out with a lot of different styles. I don't even know yet. And we have Viper in the top lane, and he's a Riven one trick. So, you know.
Oh yeah, I have to ask about Viper. You guys used to have Flame, a close friend of mine, close friend of yours also, I'd imagine. You guys replaced him with an academy player, and you guys actually won a game. How's that working out?
I mean, Viper, I really like young players just because they're hungry and they just always want to improve. Like, obviously, I think Viper has a lot of room to grow, like, but he has shown like moments of brilliance and why he deserves to be an LCS player. And I think that's the promising factor. Like, every time I see him make a really good play, I'm like, damn, academy players can make good plays.
Yeah, that's something I noticed too. Like academy players usually don't get a shot in LCS until recently, where there's been a lot more academy players coming up. How do you guys view your own academy team, and are you guys using them in scrims in any way?
I mean, our academy team is actually kind of stacked. I think we have arguably the best academy team. We have Selfie in the mid lane and Maxi, a European jungler. And we have Clown in the support now. So I do think our team is just really good in the academy. So they are really good scrim partners as well.
Is there any chance we see any of them on LCS stage in this season?
There's a possibility. I want to like take it out of the question. But, you know, I like our team right now, and we're giving everyone chances on our team. So we're just going to keep grinding.
Okay. Turtle, thank you so much for the interview. Any final words for the fans?
Pizza is good.
You heard it from Turtle. If you guys enjoyed the coverage, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much to Low Key Community for making this interview happen. If you guys want to support them, the link is going to be down in the bio.